Hey, what's going on with this? Sensei don't give a fuck. I was 7:30 with this bitch on Industry's Most Wanted.
Some money on my company for the Guinness. Sorry, pussy nigga on my hand, my God's my witness. Asking Sensei, where the fuck you been, bitch, none your business. How that girl gon' make all that damn racket, can't play tennis. I seen pussy niggas get some money with less finesse. Unless you really put yourself in danger, I ain't impressed. You ain't got.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live right here on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast.
Industry's Most Wanted.
Man, we got the big homie, Sensei. Sensei don't give a fuck checking in. What's going on with your family? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on with it? 7:30 in this bitch.
7:30 in this bitch. Give me some love first and foremost. Boom. Got to transfer that good energy, positive vibes. Thank you for being here today. We about to turn it all the way up, but, you know, kind of run down and give us, you know, like a real introduction of who Sensei DAF is.
Yeah, I'm just coming with the DGAF energy, you know what I mean? Sensei out of Kingsport, Tennessee, small town, you know. A lot of artists out there try to go and do something, but not a lot of them get the opportunity to get up out the trap. So
yeah, most definitely. And you jumped on a plane and you came out here today. For people who are not familiar with your city, right? Where on the map is it located in Tennessee?
We in East Tennessee, so not that far from Chattanooga. About what is it, like an hour and a half from Knoxville? Yeah, Knoxville, Tennessee. Okay. So I mean, that's like all that's east of Nashville.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. You were born and raised there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Take us back to your childhood. I always like to know this before you got to be the dope man that you are today. Take us back. What was Lil Sensei like before he ain't give a fuck?
Bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just always, I don't know. I was always doing something, but, you know what I mean, trying to impress older cousins.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Trying to be, you know, a little gangster.
Yeah.
And shit like that. But,
absolutely.
You know, that was just growing up, though.
Yeah. Listen, as children, that's what we do. We try to impress our peers. We try to impress our elders. That's what we do as kids. You know what I'm saying? And that's our time to learn right from wrong. That way, when you get into your adulthood, hopefully we start making them right decisions and you found music. Before music was your passion, was there something else that you thought about pursuing? Maybe sports or something different?
I mean, yeah, like I play with ideas, but I mean, you know, there was always this reinforced mentality, like, you know, you're going to probably spend your life behind bars type thing, you know what I mean? Not a lot of what can I do with myself, you know, like support towards that when I was younger. So it was more like the automatic expectation of incarceration. But I mean, you know, I took a little different route.
Yeah, absolutely. You're here to talk about it. That's what I'm talking about. One thing that I've been saying to a lot of people, because, you know, me and Big are OGs, right? Growing old is a flex these days because a lot of people are not making it to see 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? People aren't making it to see 40 years old because the streets are rough. You know, people, or they're just not taking care of themselves and they're losing their life at an early age. So it's like growing old is a real flex these days. You know what I'm saying? When did music start becoming a passion for you as far as you wanting to create music?
Like teenager?
Yeah.
Type thing. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean, when you broke all the time, you see the rappers with the money and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But really, you know, it's just having that one person being like, you know, I think you could really rap, bro. You be playing with it all the time, like freestyling. You know what I mean, bro? I really feel like you could do something. Yeah. So, you know, it just came down to, honestly, I was all the way out in Hawaii. My homie was like, make a track. And I took that to the studio over there. See my big homie Fools Know. Shout out Fools Know.
Yeah.
He took me into the studio and he was trying to get me, you know what I mean, bro, stop sounding lazy, stop sounding this, stop trying to correct a lot of those things. And eventually, you know, I mean, I just said, all right, I'm going to do that. Like, I can do that. You
Absolutely.
know?
Shout out to him. That's dope. You need those type of people around you. Just like, you know, OG was talking to you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a true OG. He's been doing this for probably 30 plus years. You know what I'm saying? And he's that type of person that when he sees someone he likes, because he even pulled me to the side and told me how much he liked your record. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, in I know the real bigger rank, and I know, you know, he don't tell that to everybody. So it's not cap, you know what I'm saying? So for him to say he liked your record, he meant that. And then, you know, pulled you to the side and talked to you a little bit. Those are the type of people you want to keep around you.
Yeah.
So how long would you say you've been actually recording music? More than a decade?
I think it's coming right around that time, like a decade. Yeah, because like I said, I was in Hawaii. Like it's crazy out there. Like, were you doing the little Hawaiian dances?
Nah, none of that. You let that to the ladies?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know Hawaii got blocks and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out 9-4 block Crip neighborhood, and you know, I came out there recording out there.
Right.
And you know, I mean, I was a small fry because you out here like, you know, Vice Lord nigga, and then all these people out here, you know what I mean, they real Crip, they thorough, you know, certified.
Definitely.
That's a different little environment, you know what I mean? You gotta, you ain't in your own neighborhood, you're not in your own territory.
Nah, facts. Absolutely. It's almost like a slight culture shock because it's like you said, you're stepping into an area where you gotta move on the straight and narrow. You don't want to do nothing weird and veer off because there's people there who stand by that street code for sure.
Yeah.
Most definitely. How long were you in Hawaii?
Like 7-8 years.
Really? What took you out there?
You know, I kept getting in trouble.
Yeah.
So as a youth and stuff, and one of the options was like, you know, you can do this military thing, you know, or you can try to end up in jail. So
yeah,
I ended up, you know, doing that, going that route for a little bit.
Yeah. What branch were you in?
I was in the Army.
You was in the Army. Salute, bro. My son was in the Army, infantry, you know. And
yeah, me too.
Really? Okay, where did you do your basic training at?
Benning. That's the infantry base.
Fort Benning. That's where my son did his at. I love it. Boom, we connected. That is dope. Actually, it's ironic because when my son was in basic training at Fort Benning, which they just changed the name fairly recently. I can't remember. They changed it. I would drive up there to visit him during his time, and that's when I decided I'm moving to Atlanta because, you know, I drove from Columbus up here, found me a spot. You know what I'm saying? So what did military life teach you?
I don't know, because I still don't be respecting no authority, really.
Yeah.
Like, it is pretty much like I learned that you can be friends with just about anybody, bro.
Yeah.
Any type background.
Yeah.
You know, that's a different movement. Like, you move different. That ain't like just being where you are out here civilian. That's
absolutely
something a little bit bigger. So I don't know. Like, you kind of have to be there.
Absolutely. Listen, I commend you for doing that because I'm like that with authority. I don't like people telling me what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're a boss, I'm a boss. We like doing what we want to do. However, being in the military probably also kept you from getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? It kind of put you on a straight path. And now, you know, you probably got benefits for life. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff is important. How long did you spend in the Army?
4.5 years.
Okay, so you did a nice little amount of time in there. So that's what took you to Hawaii?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just ended up out there, stayed out there.
Yeah.
You know, I liked it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But, I didn't think that I'd end up being out in Hawaii. That was hard, you know what I mean? Like, I got out the Army, everything was easy.
Yeah.
And then when you get out and you go back and you try and be a civilian and stuff, like, you really can't screw that up. I ended up screwing that up when I first got out. So, like, you know, it was back to the block.
Yeah.
Back to doing this, you know. I didn't even think that you could hustle out there in Hawaii like that. But, you know, as soon as you see some Australian tourists, man, you know what I mean? You making a bag, you gonna slap that bag.
Yeah.
But it's just like anywhere else, you know what I mean? Nobody wants you jugging on their block.
Yeah.
They're from there.
Understood.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. We have to respect, if we are in a new territory, we ain't from there, we got to respect what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe at some time you may befriend some people and be able to fit in, but initially, yeah, you got to respect what's going on. So you came back and you went straight back to Tennessee, to your hometown?
Nah, not really straight back. I was like dipping my toes in. So I came out back into Tennessee, you know what I mean? I had babies. Yeah. So, you know, my son, during that time, I was like, you know, he got to meet his grandparents, you know his side of the family. Yeah. So, you know, it was everything in me to make sure I made that happen, make sure that he had that relationship, you know, and yeah, that's what took me there. I just didn't think, you know, am I going to end up landing my feet there? Planting my feet there, and I still don't. So, you know, I'm doing a lot of traveling, like seeing a lot of new places, and I like a lot of what I see. So,
as you should. You're still young. While you're young and still have life and energy in you, you have to get out and explore the world, because there's a lot of stuff that God put out there for us to see. We just got to go see it, right? Your father, you have a baby girl too, right?
Yeah.
Do you have 2 girls or 1?
I got 2.
I thought so. I was looking at your Instagram, you know, and you got beautiful kids. How did fatherhood change your life?
It just did. That was like the step up, you know what I mean? That's really, if I'm being completely honest, it was me having my son that told me, you know what I mean, bro, you gonna have to hustle, you gonna have to get it.
Yeah.
You gotta get after it. You know, it wasn't about, you know, how can I shine, trying to come up as a rapper. It was like, you know what I mean, a little homie gonna have his diaper. So all that nice stuff that was in the crib, got rid of all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, man, like really looking at my possessions and stuff like that, knowing like, man, I'm having a rough little patch. Yeah. And being like, yo, Xbox, yeah, that's out. PS4, that's out. Yeah. You know, all this stuff, that's out. It's time to, it's about him. It's about my son.
Absolutely. So I respect that, man. I respect that. I had my son at 19, and I totally understand. Like, all the luxuries are out the window because you have a whole nother human being to take care of. Let me ask you this: having a son, or just having a child, period, did it teach you to be a little bit more proactive rather than reactive in life? Like, actually think about your moves before you make them, so you don't end up in a bad situation?
No, I didn't figure that out yet.
Really? So, I
mean, I'm 31 now. Yeah, I got it. You know.
Let's talk about that just for a moment, right? You know, like, because I be feeling like I'm everybody's mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my 40s, so I be feeling like I'm everybody's mama. Like, one thing that we as humans, as we mature and grow older, and this is something one of my OGs told me years ago, because I too was making some bad decisions and stuff like that. And he said, in life, you have to be proactive rather than reactive, meaning think about your move before you do it. Because we as humans, we're very reactive. We act off emotion. That can land us in a bad situation. We don't never want anybody else raising our kids for us, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, I just say this to you because I feel like I'm creating a bond with you. You know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna be the only work we do together. Just any situations you do, think about me and be like, she told me to think about it. Think before you make moves. That way you don't end up in a bad situation, because you deserve better than that. You know what I'm saying? You deserve to be out here moving around and traveling and taking your babies with you and stuff like that. So just being proactive rather than reactive is going to keep you out of some bad situations, okay? Yeah. I'm going to keep checking up on you. I appreciate it. Definitely. What about the music industry? What do you enjoy the most about being an artist?
I ain't no narcissist, but everybody like that shine on them. Yeah. Like, you know, and when I go out there and I perform, it doesn't matter if it's a humble crowd of 14 people gathered around a small booth with a bunch of chairs when people was eating. Some people want to hear you, some people don't. Yeah. Or whether it's, you know, been out there in a show at a Halloween party and there's 200 people and I got them going. Yeah. You know, I done seen both sides of it, and, you know, it's always about, it's people, like seeing somebody vibe with something that you really just made and poured yourself into. Yeah. Not that I ain't trying to make it that deep. I mean, I love music. I'm inspired by music. It made everything better. Yeah. But, you know, also it's a certain type of opportunity, and it's the sense of responsibility, like having your platform and knowing that through music I can disseminate whatever I want to. That's a powerful thing. Facts,
man. That is absolute facts, because it's your journey. You can say what you want, do what you want with your music journey. You're like, who is anybody else to compare themselves to you? And likewise, you know what I'm saying? This is your path. And the thing about the journey of whatever we do, we have to fall in love with it. If we don't love the journey and the process, we might as well go get out. So you love the process of being a music artist, everything about it, catching that adrenaline rush when you step on stage and people are like vibing out to your music, having someone like OG Bigger Rankin say, man, I like his song, it's hard. That is like, that's an adrenaline rush right there. Because like you said, you poured everything into it. Have you released any full albums as of lately?
Nah, I've always, honestly, like that, I've always had a stuck point when it came to let me release an album, because I don't want to do something that early, and not even know which direction I want to go with, especially something like an album, which I could turn into a series.
Right.
You know what I mean? Put out a sound that I'm not committed to.
Yes. Absolutely. And I think too, you know, as independent artists, and I always try to, you know, instill this in them, putting singles out is okay. It's okay because you want to build a real core fan base before you drop a whole body of work, because you do pour everything into your music. It costs a lot of money to be a music artist. So you want to make sure you're getting a good listening audience. So putting them singles out there, building the anticipation for a full body of work, that's the way to go. What about music videos? You got any recent videos out?
We got recent videos on the way.
On the way.
You know, that's me and 730 DGMG. Shout out to him. Yeah, we was messing with a guy for a while. Music was going to be getting put off faster, but you know what I mean, when you got to cut ties with a business partner, that's it can put you a step back. So it's just been waiting for somebody that shines and catches the eye. We got a guy though.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the most difficult things to do in life, is find reliable people who see your vision the way you do. That's why most people say it's lonely at the top, because as you climb up the ladder in this industry or any industry, people gonna fall off. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not intended to go with you on your journey. So finding somebody who's reliable, who's about their business, that can be difficult sometimes. Is there a lot of music stuff going on in your city? Yeah,
I'd say that there's a lot of artists out there. Some dope, some not.
Yeah.
You know, there's some people that just they need to grow as artists. They need to hear their own voice.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think all that comes down to is just like venues that want to hear what you got. I mean, we in Tennessee, they like country music.
Right, it's big out there.
But at the same time, them same people that be bumping that country music, they be, you know what I mean, they out here listening to Memphis finest.
No,
facts. You know, like nobody can't be a 3-6 fan.
Man, did Memphis, you know, like as a whole with this, you know, it's legendary. A lot of legendary artists came out of Memphis. Was that an inspiration for you at any point in your music career?
Yeah, absolutely. I always loved the movement, you know what I mean? Like, especially something like 3-6 Mafia, because they after money. They get money. And they be putting out the most, like, I don't know, like way back in the day, like the old school stuff 36 used to put out, like nobody would do that. Nobody, you know what I mean? That was like, they stuff sound like a horror movie soundtrack or something.
Facts. You are absolutely right. And they made the type of music that I feel like everybody enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just local people. We're talking black, white, probably Asian, people from around the world was definitely tuned in with 3-6 Mafia, you know, and, you know, a lot of the other greats that came out of Memphis, you know, shout out to Project Pat, that's my homie. Shout out to Player Fly, that's my homie. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, it's dope to see someone like you who's absolutely representing for your state of Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? You know, you done some traveling with the military and stuff like that. What would you say is this is a deep question, so think about it for a minute. What is the biggest misconception about Sensei?
Probably that, you know what I mean? I might not be your friend. You know, you just got to be ready for that. I ain't going to fuck with everybody.
Yeah.
It's not just because you know me, just because you know, knew to come up, don't mean that, you know, it's time for you to eat off my plate or that it's anybody's chance to eat off my plate. You know, like, you can go get yours the same way I got mine. That's the way I see it. But, you know, that's not to say I ain't got a small circle. I got a small circle. Yeah. They know who they are. They know I'm going to fuck with them. But at the same time, I got a lot of niggas that just stood back and watched, too.
Absolutely. And they be the ones that try to jump on board later on. It's too late then. Yeah. Because you have to protect your energy. You have to protect your peace. You know what I'm saying? When you go home, that's your peace of mind. You have to protect that. And that means not taking certain people along with you on your journey, because not everybody means you well. Not everybody means me well. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to be mindful of that. So that's good that you don't just befriend everybody. You have to protect yourself, your energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on energy and reading people's energy. It's just, there's some weirdos out there, right?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Definitely. This year, 2024, you know, we're only a couple months in. What are some of the things that you got, like, you know, on your bucket list or on your goals that you're going to accomplish this year that maybe you didn't do last year?
I'm thinking about doing some relocation. It ain't about you know, Tennessee and what Tennessee has to offer. It's more about, you know, like there's opportunity in multiple places.
Yeah.
And I don't want to just stay familiar with one thing and not be willing to branch out.
Yeah.
Because I like, you know, I don't want my music only heard in one area. I'm trying to, you know, get out there. So
you want to be internationally known.
Yeah.
Not just a big hit in your city. You wanted the whole world to tune in with you. Let me ask you this. For people who have not heard your music, which they're going to get a clip of it at the beginning and the end of this interview, and of course you can tune into the Hype 87.3 and check them out there. People hear your music for the first time. What do you want them to feel? How do you want them to feel when they're listening to Sensei Don't Give a Fuck?
That you about to either hit that lick or vibe. It's gonna be one or the other, you know what I mean? Some people need that motivational music. Yeah. Not necessarily, not putting nothing out there saying listen to my music and feel like that. That's gotta be riding music or anything like that. But you know what I mean? I'm making music for the steppers, and I'm making music for the, you know, people out there they need someone to ride along to, you know, a wavy. Yeah. Catching that right wave. But if you can't vibe to it one way or the other, I don't feel like you should put it out, you know. Absolutely.
The thing about life is we can't please everybody. Not everybody's going to relate to your music. Not everybody's going to relate to what I got going on, but that's cool. We are not put on this earth to please everybody, nor should we try to. Like you said, going back to our younger years, we did a lot of that. We were trying to impress our elders and people around us. As we become an adult, we're like, we ain't trying to do that no more. Either you like me or you don't. Get on board or get left behind, right?
I do believe you should strive to impress the right people.
The right people.
You know, that's the reason why I say I don't want to ever get too comfortable with one thing. Yeah. I want to be able to adapt when I need to, because you know I'm trying to win a bag for myself. Yeah. You know, this ain't just about, you know, what 100 likes can do on a post.
Right. People get too caught up in that, and it's like social media is not real life. Most people only show you a snippet of their life. At home, they could be having bill collectors blowing up their phone, but on Instagram, they look like a superstar. You get what I'm saying? So it's like we got to be that superstar off social media as well. And that's what you're working on. That's why you here. You the industry's most wanted, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. I respect what you got going on. Would Atlanta ever be a city that you would consider relocating to?
Like I said, I consider anything. I got family in Georgia. Okay. I got family in a lot of places. So, I mean, it's something that I can make familiar with myself, and at the very least, you know what I mean, tap in with the homies. Yeah. Always stay locked in. But, yeah, I'm trying to network everywhere.
Yeah, most definitely. With your music, and I'll elaborate on what I'm asking, like what is your ultimate goal? Some people, when I ask them this question, they say, I want to take care of my mom. I want to take care of my family. Some people, they want the fame and the jewelry and the money. What is it for you?
I'm going to be that cliche, dude. I want to buy my mama a house.
I love it.
You know?
Shout out to Mom Dukes.
Yeah, for sure.
What's your mom's name?
Anissa.
Shout out to Anissa. You got a fine baby boy right here.
Yeah. You know, my mama always did me right. You know, even when raising me might have been hard because of what I was putting her through. Yeah. But, you know, it's my intention not to be my mama's problem child. You know what I mean? I'm 30 years old. I can't keep being her problem child. She can't keep worrying about is he going to get in trouble. Exactly. You know what I mean?
That goes back to like what I was saying earlier. Think about your mom too. You know what I'm saying? Think before you do certain things that you know that might put you in a bad situation. Think about your kids. Think about your mom. You don't want to disappoint them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like get all that out your system. What about business ventures? Are you looking to maybe start any businesses, or have you already?
I'm telling you right now, if one thing is going to be true, I'm going to make me a ramen shop. I love me some ramen.
Really?
I love to make a little noodle shop.
That's Dope. I do too. I love me some noodles. Listen, that pasta be getting me in trouble. That's why I got this little fluff right here. That is dope. So tell us about that concept. What made you decide that? I know you love ramen, but you know.
You know, that's what that was the choice of food. That was the choice of what we had. It was either cutting holes in bologna, you know, frying it on the stove, or you know, get that top ramen out. Put that water in there, wait them 5 minutes, and then, yeah, that's what you was eating. You know what I mean? Not everybody had money like that.
Listen, I ate so much, what do they call them? Oodles of noodles?
Yeah.
And then the ramen cups, like, you know, I had my son at 19. I was broke. I didn't have money. So we were eating like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I became such a fan of it. What's your favorite flavor of ramen?
Tonkatsu. You know, Hawaii exposed you to a lot, so there's a lot of Japanese, Korean, and even Chinese population out there. I lived in Chinatown. That was the trap.
Really?
Yeah. Them they gangster out there. For real, Chinese people. Yeah, they move out there. So it's funny. It's funny. You wake up at like 8 o'clock in the morning. And then, you know, go get your backwoods. You got to go roll to this little corner store. Yeah. So you rolling through the corner store and stuff, and you rolling through multiple people's different territories and stuff on the block that was out there serving and stuff. So it was always like, so Sensei. That's where I got the.
That's where the name came from. That's dope.
Yeah, so Sensei. Yeah, used to call me that because I used to wear the Japanese pants. And stuff, and just be walking out there. You know what I mean? That was how I served out there, and then everything else. So. Yeah, you walk up there and be trying to get you a rap and stuff like that. You know, there's some crazy stories about the little corner stores.
I could imagine. You probably have seen a lot in your time on this earth with the different places that you've been able to go to.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah, listen, I don't never like to incriminate nobody. We don't dive into stuff that you don't want to talk about. You know, definitely want to keep you in your comfort zone with me. Yeah. With this restaurant, the ramen shop.
Yeah.
Where do you think you'd want to open that up? In your hometown or somewhere else?
It'd be dope to have that in my hometown. Yeah. You know? I feel like anytime somebody does some with a business venture like that, you kind of like immortalizing yourself in that area. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
Like, you know, I could be known for the music, could be known for the food too, because I like food. I feel like everybody likes food.
Nah, I'm a foodie as well. Absolutely. Yeah. Is there anything that you don't eat?
Hell yeah, there's a lot.
Do you eat pork?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I can't really. I'm gonna have bacon in my life. That's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, bacon is good. What about like seafood? You like seafood and stuff, salmon and stuff like that?
Absolutely. I was just bragging about the Caribbean food out here. I mean, I did a little seafood broil joint out here. Well, across from Atlanta. And man, I was slapping, with the little garlic butter like that.
Nah, for real. You're making me hungry now. Put the little gloves and the bib on because it gets messy. That's good eating right there. If you ever make it down to Florida, definitely, because Florida, super fresh seafood. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them be catching it right there in the Gulf. Man, it's some of the best. The shrimp and the salmon. I'm hungry thinking about it right now. That is dope, man. What's your very, very next move, man? Like you out here in Atlanta, you did the Traveling from the Basement. You're here with me today. Where can we catch you at next?
I think I got next radio interview out Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay.
My homie Fools knows, stood out there. He got the little spot. I got a little interview out there, and probably going to be the next month, a few weeks. Aside from that, we got a couple little shows going up in the hometown. Yeah. Nothing too big, but definitely getting ready to release some projects and push those forward. We actually got so much that we just been sitting on. Yeah. I just it's a bad habit. I like my visuals, so I like releasing my music with something people can see.
Absolutely. We're in a content era. That's why we're doing this. People want to see what you got going on because they can feel it more. Listening to it's one thing, but actually seeing it, they almost feel like they're a part of your journey. And that's your fans, your supporters, they want to feel like they're a part of your journey. So we can stay tapped in and tuned in for more visuals. Yeah. Definitely more music. a ramen restaurant on the way. We manifesting. It will happen. This time next year it's going to be open. We manifesting. We claiming it. You know what I'm saying? I want that for you. I definitely want that for you because it sounds like you've been through some stuff in your life. Now you're on that path of creating that generational wealth for your family. You got 3 kids. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's about the babies.
It's about the babies, most definitely. So tell everybody where they can follow you at so they can stay tuned in with your movement.
Follow me on Instagram, Sensei Don't Give a Fuck, SENSEIDGAF. You know, also do the Facebook. Surprisingly, that's got some numbers on it.
Facebook be popping.
Yeah, Facebook do well. Aside from that, you know, getting the YouTube content set up so it's consistent, you know. Aside from that, you know, it's clock in, check in, more content on the way, more interviews on the way. So, you know, hopefully document the journey a little bit.
Absolutely. That's what you have to do. You have to, because if you don't document it, it didn't happen. I'm big on that. I tell people you have to document everything you do. Who do you want to shout out to? I know you got some people that love on you, support you.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, shout out, like I said, Fools Know, shout out DGMG, shout out Jay Work, you know, Culinary J, 40 Point Records. Who am I missing? Everybody, man. Shout out OG Bigger. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all gonna see me some more. Most definitely. See me some more. I'm gonna work my way in here.
Nah, you definitely doing that. Listen, I commend you for coming out here and doing this, and you put stuff together. You got other interviews, you got to tap in with the OG. I commend you for doing that and taking the initiative, because a lot of artists don't do that. I'm throwing shade at some of y'all artists. They're lazy. They just want everybody else to do the work for them, and it don't work like that. So I definitely salute you, bro, for getting out here, getting to it, not letting nothing stand in your way. I got one last question for you. We live right here. Industry's Most Wanted. What makes Sensei, Mr. I Don't Give a Fuck, that's your new name. What makes you the industry's most wanted?
Wait till you hear the music. You know, wait till the track play. It's gonna tap you in. It's gonna lock you in. I swear I'm gonna be intoxicating. I'm trying to have that sound. That sound's gonna be stuck in your ear all day. I'm telling you. You know, it's real trap shit, real talk, real stories to tell.
I love it. Thank you for being here, bro.
Hey, thank you.
One more time. We transferring that good energy, positive vibes, all that. We up out of here, y'all.
Hey, shout out to you.
My God's my witness. Asking Sensei, where the fuck you been, bitch, none of your business. How that girl gon' make all that damn racket, can't play tennis. I seen pussy niggas get some money with